Justin was a great kid. He would do anything for anyone.
Knew from a very early age he was obsessed with military, anything military.
Ever since I was little, I wanted to join the Army.
My first thoughts when Justin said he wanted to join the military was no. You know, the war was going on and I just had that fear that something would happen to my son.
We actually had to go down to the recruiting station with him because he was only 17 when he graduated from high school.
If I didn't go along with what he wanted to do, he was going to do it on his own when he turned 18. About a week later, you know, I was down there signing my name so he could join the Army.
I read a lot of books about the Green Berets and always felt like that would be awesome.
He just had everything lined out. He knew exactly what he wanted to do, what he wanted to accomplish, and he did it.
He was 19-year-old Green Beret. He had the tiger by the tail, man.
I'd put him at the top of our team. Like, he's talented. Like, I feel like they made him in a petri dish or something like that. Like, he was fast, strong, and incredibly smart. Like, he showed up at 19. That dude's like one of the most mature people I've ever met.
I was a 18 Charlie engineer, building stuff, electrical, plumbing, also blowing stuff up. Yeah, I loved it.
Justin loved his job. I can't count the times he'd tell his dad, hey, I'd go to work if they didn't pay me. I love what I do.
He was very excited about getting to go on his first deployment. My fear was he would be hurt, he would be killed, and I didn't want to talk about it, so I just shoved it away.
It was just one of those days, it seemed like everything was going wrong.
We hear rounds start kicking out, and then I heard one of the 82nd guys get on the radio and said, like, hey, Charlie 1's down. And that was the call sign for Justin. The 82nd medic is there, and he's kind of like holding Justin's head. I was like, what happened? He's like, he got shot in the head. And I was like, I just looked at him, and I remember like thinking, like, Justin's dead. But then I see him, he opens his eyes, and I don't know how he survived that. In the moment, like, it hurts and it sucks seeing that, but you know what you have to do, and you try to do the best you can. But there wasn't a lot that I could do for him. I dealt with a lot of casualties in Afghanistan, but like, it's different when it's like your bro, you know, when it's like your best friend.
It was a Saturday morning, you know, it's like every Saturday morning, and my phone rang, and I just glanced over, and it was that big, long, weird number, and so I just immediately thinking, Justin's calling, you know, I get a big smile on my face, and I answer my phone. I'm expecting to hear, hey, Madre, and it's some guy I don't know. And
we got a phone call saying that our son was shot in the head and he was in surgery, and they weren't quite sure what was going to happen to him.
He hung up, and we just sat there, and
these negative thoughts start running through your mind. Anger. I still get angry 11 years later. I'll probably die being angry of what happened to my son. Because as a dad, I couldn't be there to help him. And all I saw when I closed my eyes was him laying on the ground. And it hurt my heart.
I guess your you're strong because you have to be. You don't have any other choice. When it hits you in the face, I mean, there is no choice. You got to do what you got to do.
As fast as it happened, we were gone. They flew us to Germany to go be with him.
But I remember calling back to our doc. I think he was trying to be kind, and he was like, there's not a huge percentage chance that he was gonna like pull through surgery.
And if by some miracle he does hang on and he does survive, he'll probably be a vegetable that you guys will be taking care of for the rest of his life if he lives.
I bet you I probably said 1,000 Our Fathers, because that's the only thing I knew what to do. I just got this calmness over me, and I knew that Justin was gonna live.
We got there to Richmond. They evaluated him for a week and said, we really don't expect much out of him. We'll keep him here maybe 4 to 6 weeks, see what we can do, but pretty much saying what you see is what you get. This is Justin now. He's not going to get anything back. So I'm like, okay, that's fine, but I kind of leave that decision up to Justin.
If like any therapist, you can't do, or you will never do that anymore, or just okay. Wash me.
So what Justin's dealing with right now is after his injury, because he was shot in the head, he has expressive aphasia.
It's really hard saying some stuff, or sometimes it's really hard to get my thoughts across and voice it clearly.
And then with his paralysis on his right side, he would right-handed, he would shoot a gun right-handed, he did everything right-handed. So when he was wounded, he had to relearn everything on his left-hand side. So now, with everything that he does on his left-hand side, due to the right-hand side being paralyzed, he's having more joint issues, and this makes up 90% of his movements. I know with his recovery, he's worked his butt off trying to be the best version that he can be, and he's worked hard, but that can only go so far. He's done everything that he can physically do. The doctors did everything they could physically do for him, and it got to the point where he needed more assistance to get further. And so I know before me, he had done 2 stem cell treatments, and he said how amazing they were for him, but they're expensive. So a lot of veterans can't afford that kind of procedure. Some of them can run up to $30,000, so it's just a lot.
The first time I did it, I received all of my joints, shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles.
I can't wait for all our friends and family to see how far he's come already. I want him as a father to be able to chase our children around or throw them up in the air and just do anything and everything that a dad can do with his children.
It was a ride, but it obviously had a very positive outcome. I call him a walking, talking miracle.
What the incredible thing is, he kept his same personality. That's what was so mind-blowing to me, is he's still the same person. I've seen other people with head injuries that are different people afterwards. Justin is still Justin, and we still get him,
His command would always say that me and his mom did a good job, but I don't think we did anything. I think that's just who my son is. He is good to the core, and They don't make a lot of people like that.
I wouldn't change anything. God has a purpose. It happens. It's war.